Okay, we are going, I believe. Okay, here we go. The nice thing is they only get to see the game itself, nothing else.
Well, yeah, no, I was watching this before.
Oh yeah, I know, but
oh, there's his face. Of course, I don't think you would have uploaded that afterwards.
no.
Did that?
Yeah.
And then, okay, well, I guess the graphics can be subpar.
Well, in this case, it's a bug in that crossing. If you notice, the gates are up.
Oh. Oh,
It's
okay.
because we spawned right on the crossing.
Ah. So.
The brake system is just charging up right now, so.
Okay, so that's why we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me find my laptop. It's back here, and I'm trying to get up.
It's down. One you back right there.
Oh, I have to get up. Right, there we go.
So were you able to find the invite for the hangout?
No, I never was.
Darn.
Yep. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
What was that?
Inviting. I'm inviting Richard to our chat.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's see if he gets the invitation or not. Once this reaches 0, the BC right here, then we'll be underway.
Yeah, so this is just like a cool train.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the point, I guess.
It's just after 1 in the afternoon. Unfortunately, it's a rainy day.
So that complicates things.
Not really, but I don't really like the rain when I'm filming. Oh well.
Can't you just, isn't there an option to turn it off?
Not within the game. I'd have to modify the source files and start over.
Huh.
Well, we're just about ready to go.
Did this cost money or no?
No, this is free.
Okay, well, I was about to say, if you paid money and there's no way to turn off the rain, you're getting shit.
I'd never said there was no way to turn off the rain. I just said it's not available in the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there was no way to turn off the rain in the game, and you still paid money for it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But since it's free, then whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's pretty, and it's very realistic, so that's fine. And we're about to hit 0.
At least on the front we are. On the tail end, we're just about there as well. Here we go. We're actually starting to move.
And we are slowly coming to a crawl.
Over time, I'll notch up to full 74 mile an hour.
Yay! Speed! And I was just like, this is the speed for the rest of the trip. Have fun!
Enjoy. Yes, I'll see you in a day.
I'm getting in my car. And I'm demanding a refund.
Well, no, it's faster than a walking pace.
That's good. And where are we?
Wheel slip happens. This is Shelby, Montana.
Okay, this is Shelby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Are these accurate views of the town?
Well, at least the station is accurate.
Okay. Alright, because I was about to say, I don't remember Shelby being quite so large, but maybe it's grew. Maybe it's grown.
It might have grown, but this is a fairly accurate representation of the size of the town. The traffic level is not.
No, of course not. Nor are the types of cars that are present.
Yeah, it's circa 2001.
Well, I mean, there are not that many hot rods in Shelby.
No. There may be one or two.
Yeah, at most.
At any one time. Oh, we're going 40. But I'm trying to keep from the wheels slipping.
Yay!
Well, I like that YouTube is giving us the green light.
That's good.
And this is the Interstate 15 bridge.
That we just hit with our faces.
Yeah.
And we're moving.
And we're out of town.
And that's the highway that runs from Shelby to Cutbank.
And beyond.
Yeah, and beyond.
Hello, US Highway 2.
Highway 2. That's a Whitefield, right?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I think it is, but. And there's a couple of old abandoned farmhouses. Just like in real life.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, I lived in Cutbank.
And I've visited this region quite often because, well, A, there's a lot more trains there than in Great Falls. And B, it's Glacier National Park.
Yep. Although I have to say, Cutbank is kind of why my experience with the state of Montana is more or less neutral at this point.
Mm.
It's not really the best city to live in.
Yeah, if you can call it a city.
Town. It's a town. It's not really a great place to live there unless, of course, you know, drug dealers and poverty is your thing, and if that is, that's totally cool. That's fine by me, but it's not really my thing. Or at least it wasn't when I was in the 5th and 6th grade. It still kind of isn't.
Yeah. So a train of this size would normally operate without a DPU, which is this engine on the back. But since it's a simulator and it doesn't quite have the right physics, I decided to add it on anyway.
Okay. So I assume there's no real money impact here.
No.
Okay, didn't think so. So it's kind of an option game and then watch the scenery roll by.
Well, you've got an editor that allows you to create new trains and change the setup of the train and stuff like that. And in this case, I've actually lost access to the editors, so I have to do it through the source files.
Oh. How did you lose access?
Well, my laptop kind of took a dump last October, and the access codes were in it.
Couldn't you just transfer the access codes over to your current computer?
They're gone.
And there's no way to find more online?
Not that I work on this particular copy of this software.
Oh, so let me guess. This game's been updated, and all the current access codes only work on the updated versions.
No.
Oh.
It's just that Microsoft doesn't allow the access codes to be published anywhere. If they are published anywhere, they are taken down nearly immediately.
Wait, are you trying to tell me this is pirated?
No. I bought the copy of Microsoft Train Simulator from GameStop with the access codes and everything in the box.
Right.
And that was in 2004.
Oh, okay. So you'd have to buy it again.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd have to buy it again and reinstall and do all that stuff and
Too much work for what it
yeah.
is. Okay.
And editing the source files kind of lets you in on the little secrets of how the game itself works.
Okay then. All right. So it's just better to edit the source files anyway.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that Randy's in Belgrade today.
How come? And should we be saying this on a live stream?
It's all right to say it on the live stream.
Okay. Well, what's going on?
Just allows me to get a couple of videos out without having the possibility of a song playing in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed Minecraft music was playing last time. And was he singing? Because I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Well, the nice thing is, going in this direction, I really have nothing else to do until we reach the start of the single track.
All right. When does that happen?
Around Browning.
Okay, I was going to say, I know it happens not too far from Browning, but I know it's past Browning.
No.
Before?
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes single track at Blackfoot, and Browning's the first sighting.
All right. Browning is an Indian reservation for people who didn't know.
On an Indian reservation. Happens to be the capital of it.
It's a lousy cat.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the Blackfoot Indian Reservation, poverty-stricken. Of course, it's not going to be a very good capital.
Yeah, okay, good point.
There's a reason that most Montanans do not stop in Browning.
Yeah. Mostly that they're liable to be beat up and robbed.
Or chased by feral dogs.
Yeah, that's it. That too.
Yeah, it's actually become a sport on the CMR trips from Great Falls to Kalispell to count how many stray dogs they see as they go through Browning.
Okay, so...
Normal count is 12 to 15.
Okay, so on the list of things that the government should reallocate funding to, it should allocate more funding to these reservations with really strict implications of how that funding can be used.
Yes.
It's like insanely strict. I don't mean just, oh, we can't do this. It's like, you can do this, you cannot do this. And it's like long paragraphs of exactly what can be done.
Yeah, no loopholes.
Yeah, no loopholes. You have to have, like, oh, God. You have to have insane contracts for these things. But they need to be written up because stray dog counting should not be a sport. It should not be a sport anywhere. I mean, it's also a sport in Detroit, evidently, if you ever drive through those neighborhoods. Detroit. Now, I mean the abandoned ones, not the ones that are falling apart, but the ones that are already abandoned.
Yeah.
Packs of stray dogs will attack you, and you will be eaten. What, people have been eaten?
No.
Yeah.
And the highest count that I've heard of from those trips was 30. 30 stray dogs in a 5 mile stretch of road
That's 6 dogs per road.
per mile.
Per mile. Thank you. Yes. 1 dog for every sixth of a mile.
And a lot of those were wandering in packs.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm averaging that. But
Yeah.
it's probably like,
A pack a mile or so.
yeah, roughly a pack of dogs per mile, which is really, really bad.
There's a reason that no charter buses of any kind stop in Browning, other than the ones that are leaving from Browning High School and Blackfoot Community College.
They have a community college in Browning?
Yes, they do.
I did not know that. Huh.
It's literally 3 buildings.
Well, yeah, most community college aren't much bigger than 5, so.
Yeah.
But, although, fun fact, even though Indian reservations are notable, most Native Americans do not live on reservations. In fact, 60% do not live on reservations.
There's an entire group of Native Americans that were left out of the reservation system because they were hunting on the day that the people came in.
Oh, wow. What group is that?
I want to say like the Little Shell tribe.
Okay.
They have a headquarters in Great Falls, but they have no land.
But I'm assuming that economically they're doing much better than some of the others.
No one knows because they have no way of getting to their members and asking.
Well, huh.
It's a good assumption, though, since most places outside of reservations are doing fairly well.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And most natives who do live outside reservations are usually upper class.
Well, or middle class.
Yeah, or at least middle class. Very few Native Americans who live outside reservations are low class. They're either middle class or upper class, and that really says something.
Yeah, it very much does.
Hint, hint, federal government, update reservation system.
Yeah.
But, oh well, I'll let the feds deal with that. And as I said in the last one, always listen to Big Brother government. Big Brother government knows what's best. It worked for the Soviet Union.
Until 1991.
Yeah, but we're going to ignore that because that's what they've done. So I was wandering through, you know the old chemistry building not too far?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Lewis Hall?
No, not Lewis Hall, the one directly across from Gaines.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the really old one that has chemistry and the stone engraving on the top.
Yeah.
So I wandered in there a couple of nights ago, later, just because I was bored, and that building is never locked because there's nothing valuable to steal. And it's an old building, so you go in and immediately there's a staircase, 2 stairwells leading down, and then 2 stairwells that are closer to the center leading up. Or one big one in the center that leads up and 2 on the side that lead down. And
we're
on
meeting
the right.
First train here now.
Ah, cool, first train.
Yeah, green train.
Ooh. But if you look on the right, you will see a map. And you can tell this map is really old. I wanted to see how old this was, so the first thing that I do when I want to figure out a map's age is I go and look at Sudan. Because if it hasn't split into Sudan and South Sudan yet, then I know it's fairly old, a few years old. No, so I noticed that, number 1, it's one Sudan, no South Sudan, so I figure, it's got to be pretty old. And I look at Europe. Germany's divided into a bunch of weird little sections. And then I noticed that Czechoslovakia is way bigger than it should be. And then I notice the Soviet Union is still there. It says United whatever USSR stands for. Socialist Republic something something. United Society, Socialist Republic, or whatever the hell it stands for. I can't remember.
And quite frankly, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but by looking, it's like, oh, so
Okay.
it's that old. So it's Soviet Union is still on the map old.
That tells me that most people just don't go in there, at least over the last 20 years.
Yeah, it's not a small map either. I want to say it's at least 3 feet. I want to say it's at least 4 feet high by 7 feet long.
Wow.
It's a big map. So, and I browsed through the building. There's maybe 2 classrooms in there that don't look like they're used too often. So, it's a really old building on campus, and I hope it gets remodeled soon.
But it probably won't.
Yeah, within the next 15 years or so. Because, I mean, when you're looking at, say, the life of a college,
Yeah.
when you have buildings like that that are sitting unremodeled, and this building looks 70s-ish, I want to say.
Wow.
Well, you know what building I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Tropphagen. That's the name.
Tropphagen, yeah.
That looks 1970s-ish. And you can't have...
it's much older than that. 1910, I'd say.
Okay, well, then it's probably been remodeled at least once.
Yeah.
It was probably built in the 1910s and then remodeled. But the point is even if it was remodeled in the 1970s, a building like that is still going for way too long.
Without a rebuild.
Yeah. And on a college, I know from the historical standpoint that's, oh, we care about our history. But from a attracting student standpoint, that is a huge detriment because no student in their right mind is going to say, oh, I should go to that one with its rundown buildings.
Yeah. Rundown buildings is bad, but historical buildings that are well maintained
are good.
But that's a very fine line, though, and buildings get more expensive the older they get.
They do. They really do, from an environmental perspective, because I imagine the older a building gets, the less up to code it's going to be.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just gets really bad. So.
Really, really fast.
Yeah, it gets really bad, really fast. Where are we on the map now?
We're approaching Cut Bank.
Okay.
Isn't there a refinery outside of Cut Bank?
There's a grain tower.
I'm talking like 10 miles east of Cut Bank.
Maybe, I don't remember.
Well, according to Train Simulator, there is.
Okay. Well, this was too... Nah, it probably still is. That town hasn't really changed anything since the 1980s.
Yeah. Although they did repaint their Amtrak station.
Oh, well, that's great.
It's right behind the mall.
The mall. By the way, I'm a very city-oriented person, so Cut Bank's Mall is not a mall to me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound critical.
What would you call it then?
I'd call it a small collection of stores that don't really have any major names associated with them other than the outlets.
Okay.
So a little commune of stores is what I'd call it.
Okay, I think we're beyond that point that I thought we were, because that 30-mile-an-hour zone is the East Cut Bank crossovers.
Okay, so we already passed through Cut Bank?
No,
No.
we're heading west through East Cut Bank crossovers in about a mile.
Okay, so Cut Bank should be approaching up soon. Approaching soon. I can speak good words.
I can speak words good.
Yes. Me can speaking words good.
Oh,
And
man.
there's a bus.
Yeah, that's not very common either. A
What?
Trailways bus.
Yeah.
Trailways kind of went bankrupt about 20 years ago.
So what year is this game set in?
Well, the route itself is very modern, as in the rails. However, everything around it is all of history.
Huh.
You might even see the Lewis and Clark party at some point.
Oh god. That'd be so bad. Just like, I wonder what point in history this is. Well,
All.
it's like, well, for starters, a DeLorean just passed, and right now it's viewing an Indian tribe hunting elk. Okay, so clearly this is not an accurate representation of history. People do not use this for a history report.
No. However, this is Cutbank right here.
Oh, I see Cat Bank, and there are the grain towers.
Yeah, there's more than one.
Yeah, no, there's three. There's four. I lived there.
In the original train simulator, there was an activity that took place in Cutbank where you were told to switch out the cars at these elevators.
Oh, wow.
And then run east to Shelby.
Cat Bank. I should probably go and visit it someday.
Yeah, that'll probably happen sometime next summer, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps. If I stay here. Oh, I don't have a car, though.
Okay, maybe spring break.
Okay, I don't have a car.
I do.
Ah, okay. Yep, this is Cut Bank.
And there's the Amtrak station at Cutbank.
Yep.
It's actually fairly busy for the size of town.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, look, and there's the...
Overpass.
There.
And this is Cutbank Creek.
It is. I remember this. The bridge is actually very accurate.
Yes, it is. All of these major trestles are very accurate. And there are 3 of them on this run. No, 4.
Wow. What can get in my mouse?
I'm glad we didn't have to wait in Cutbank for another train.
Why?
Well, that would have had me blocking 2, maybe 3 crossings.
Oh, yeah. That was my computer. Yeah, that wouldn't have ended well.
You know what's really quite good in the state laws here in Montana?
Huh.
The railroads are legally bound to keep crossings clear, except for, at most, 10 minutes per train.
Wow. Okay, then. Wait, what happens, like, after 10 minutes? Oh, there's still a train here, but you can bull right through it anyway.
Nope. Fine to the railroad.
Oh.
There are exceptions for things like derailments and inspections and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, you would hope there would be. Oh, we're sorry that your train derailed, but we're going to charge you a fine.
For blocking these 4 crossings for a 2-day period.
Yeah, okay, then I actually get angry.
Yeah.
Although at that point,
the city's probably evacuated because most trains carry hazardous materials. And if it derailed in the middle of town,
those hazardous materials might leak onto the streets of town.
Or may explode, depending on what type they are.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, that might be detrimental to the town and the people living in it.
So if there's a derailment in the middle of your town, run.
The moral of this story is if a train derails right in front of you and it doesn't immediately kill you when it flies off the tracks, you should probably get away from it.
As fast as you possibly can.
And remember, the most dangerous train of all is a passenger train carrying politicians. Those contents are deadly. Now, why every politician in America is on one train is another question, but maybe you should be happy it derailed.
No train could possibly haul that many people.
Okay, good point.
How about this? All of the United States Congress is on one train.
Okay, you know that? Yeah, that actually adds probably more towards what I mean. And yeah, you know, that's something.
There would be people that would be celebrating, and there would be people that would be trackside watching as it goes by.
Yeah.
And there would be people trackside watching, waiting for it to go by their bomb.
Yeah, I was about to say. And then there would probably also be people waiting for their chance to blow it off the tracks.
And then if the dispatcher were smart, they would line it into a siding and leave it there for the crew to die on hours. With no passing trains. And just say, oh, I forgot about you.
Yep. Oh God, as you can tell, we hold favorable views of all politicians, and by that I mean most of us don't really like any of them. We don't blindly hate any of them, but we don't really favor any of them.
The way I look at it is I look at the policies that they're proposing, not the party they're from.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
And if they're proposing the worst possible policies, they're not going to get my vote.
No, they're really not. Although, of course, this is just a matter of opinion, so.
Oh, yes, it is.
It's a matter of who do you think is best. So. Alright, so. Oh, and here's my 1.8 little house. It's not Randy's.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Yep.
Apparently, Randy went to infinity on his window at one point. As in, he had the Google Hangout screen open, and then he had shared the Google Hangout screen.
Yeah.
Therefore, it was sharing itself to infinity.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was gonna tell you that, but then Randy saw it and fixed it. But then it got fixed, so.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, listen, Randy's now his playthrough is a bunch of infinite hangout screens. This is a little cooler than his desktop, but still not better.
Oh man, it'd be kind of cool to do experiments in that.
It would. Okay, so I want the banners here. I've got it on peaceful, so the armor's just here. Because I don't want to mess with it. And then.
So effectively, you're building somewhat of a treehouse.
Not really a treehouse, because it's not built on a tree. It's more of a temple type thing, because
Oh.
It's divided into 3 distinct areas. Here's a like hall and armory type of thing. My living quarters is downstairs. I've got a tower here, and then up here I have the farms. Well, one farm now, but it will be many.
Maybe at the first time that we stop for meat, we can put up your screen for the part of the live stream.
Not a bad idea.
So you can do a short tour while we're waiting for a meet.
All right. Sounds good.
And the way you would do that is to join the broadcast, and I would then cut over to it.
All right. So let me just get on Google and try to join. Okay, so I assume I have to go to Google Plus?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Should I send you an invite?
Hold on, let me get everything. Wait for everything to load, because Google Hangouts takes forever. Okay, go.
Invitation sent. It might be in your Gmail. Or, wait, right there. No, never mind. Oh, another train. Wow.
Wonder what's happening. Oh. Wonder what it's carrying.
It's a mixed manifest.
Cool.
Meaning it's carrying literally any possible product.
Yeah, no, I figured that's what it meant. Huh.
Nothing.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
about that?
This is start a video hangout.
Oh. Scroll down. Well, how about this?
It's really weird.
Why don't you search my Amtrak 1008 on Google Hangouts and see if you can get it that way.
It should be my subscriptions.
Yeah, it should be.
That would be it.
But that would be the video of it. That would not be going to the Hangout. It's got a 60-second delay.
Yeah, it does. Let me go back. Okay, no, that was something else. No, this is weird.
Oh, right here. If you go to this, there's a join Hangout.
Oh, okay, let me go to... Amtrak. Amtrak. That's it?
There's no C.
Oh. There it is. That should be it?
Yeah, that should be it.
No, that's a YouTube player.
Yours is different than mine. Oh wait, scroll down. I thought I saw something down here. Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's Hangouts on Air, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think yours is different than mine because that's your page.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when I go to mine,
It's public. Yeah. Yeah.
alright,
Go to that.
Home?
Yeah. Hangouts.
Hangouts right here.
And there you go. Yay. Let's see.
Okay, doesn't say I'm in.
Not yet. Which one did you join?
I joined. Oh, well, for starters, it's in. Let me just make sure quick. Then. Okay, let me make sure the camera's off. And. Mariah's Pass.
Yes.
Okay, go. That's the right one.
Yay.
Alright, says I'm in.
And I just
muted my microphone.
Turn off your speaker.
Oh, let me go.
There we go.
All right, cool.
You're in. Yay.
Awesome.
Well, now that we know how to do that, you can join in on other ones as well, and we can show your screen whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. And you'll just click on my screen when it's time to do that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just switch over to you instead of mine.
Nice. And then, for right now, I don't want to do screen share. I want to get mine set up.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I do that?
Do you have an HDMI port?
For like an HDMI cable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then we can hook you up to the TV so you can play on that instead of on your laptop if you wish.
Cool. Well, I'm fine with my laptop. It's just that my biggest concern is I don't really have a ton of mouse space, but that's my biggest problem.
Okay.
So.
Well, here's an easy remedy.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Just try to keep it a little bit steady.
There we go. Awesome. Okay, so. Now you're going to have to switch over to my screen, right? So I won't screw anything up by switching around. Okay, good. So.
I guess there was one way of getting out of that infinite loop. I could have turned my mic off.
Yeah, we could have, but I think it would be better on your computer because you can hear me a lot more clearly, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, I got it set to Corel screen capture when the time comes.
Okay. Yeah, and basically you just have to minimize it.
Okay, just minimize the hangout when the time comes.
Well, and even then, as long as it's broadcasting just your screen, then you're good.
Okay.
Even if you don't have to have that open.
Okay, this I can go away. All right.
So you can continue playing if you wish.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I will. Just inform me when something important happens.
Yeah, like when we have to stop.
Yeah.
At which point I'll probably just cut over to your camera and we can do a quick tour of your place.
Yes, that would be amazing. Thank you. All right.
Well, if we can do this with you, then we can start doing it with the other guys, and we could have more than one game going at once.
Yeah, that would be good.
And if Randy ever sets up Google Plus Hangouts, then we can have him do a remote broadcast as well.
All right. Although he seems to express an aversion to this type of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. I'm just glad I can turn off the mics that I don't want to have running.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I imagine that's an incredible benefit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm up 47% on views and 199% on minutes watched over the last 30 days
That's
compared
good.
to the previous time.
Awesome. Okay, that's not the people like watching right now, though. I assume.
That includes them, yeah.
Okay, how many people are watching now?
0.
Okay.
Well, 1.
Oh. Okay, that's. I'm guessing that's either Randy or.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a guess. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I was just venturing a guess there. Making my phone out of. There it is. I'm gonna let you take off. Thank you.
It's a lot easier for me to make room for things than to have people just wonder where to put stuff.
Yes. Thank you for being a generous host.
Not a problem. Okay, there we go.
What's happening?
Well, we're approaching Browning, and we've got a yellow, well, a flashing yellow
Okay.
up ahead. Actually, I think I'm going to continue the stream from in the cab.
Nice.
I've found that this has higher frame rate.
Okay. Oh yeah, I guess it is generating less stuff, so.
Yeah, it doesn't have to generate what the entire train is doing. At least visually.
Yeah. Which I imagine is a good chunk of it.
I'm just really glad that my computer can handle doing this type of thing.
Yeah, that is convenient.
Yep, flashing yellow. So we're basically just going to coast into Browning.
Awesome.
You know, dispatching on a single track territory is a hell of a lot more complicated than dispatching on a double track territory.
Yeah.
On double track, you just line all the trains up in a line and send them.
Mm-hmm. On a single track, not so easy. You get no such luxuries.
No, you've got to set up meets and you got to set up where you want trains to hold for other trains and stuff like that.
Sounds like fun.
You get more fun if you choose to do something else, though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, run a speed differential railroad.
Huh.
Where the individual tracks have higher speeds or lower speeds than normal.
Okay. Huh.
Didn't want to do that. By sending the dynamic brakes into setup, I kind of locked myself out of the throttle.
Ooh, bummer.
But now I've got throttle back. So back in the days when I didn't use this open source version of the game, I would use the pay version, and that one actually did have wrecks.
Oh.
And I built an activity where I was running a 20-something car Amtrak train, and as you loaded up, another 20-something car Amtrak train collided with you.
Fun. By fun, I mean somewhat mortifying.
Looks like the other train's already in the siding, so we've got greens all the way through. Oh well. So the next time.
Well, not stopping in Browning then.
Nope. But we do get a rolling meet in Browning,
That's good.
where both trains don't have to stop.
Awesome.
So are you doing a screen share with your game right now, or not?
I thought I would. I don't think it would show up on yours, would it?
It would show up in this.
Oh, then I'm clearly doing something wrong. What am I doing? Okay, so let me go to settings.
I don't think that's where it is. If I remember right, it's this green box off to the side.
Oh,
So hit cancel.
this one.
Yep. Screen share, and you can select what you want to show.
Okay, this.
Minecraft.
I believe that's what I'd like to show. Okay, start screen share. Don't overtake Cody's. If it overtakes Cody's, I'm sorry, I'll fix it.
Doesn't appear to be. No, I didn't overtake it.
Really? Because it looks like it did. Oh, the icon, yes. Okay. I thought you were talking about the icon for a minute.
The actual feed, no.
Yeah, no, the actual feed. That's good. I wanted to not overtake it because that leads to complications. And yeah, now let's some more.
Yeah, there's one free back there.
Awesome. Okay.
go.
Thank you.
Yep. We just passed the Browning Amtrak station.
And everything just... Oh, wait, that's because I slept. So I'm saying, everything got a whole lot brighter because I'm now charging. Oh, wait, no, I fell asleep. In Minecraft, not in real life.
Randy fell asleep here last night.
What did you do? Dump him in the lounge?
We were about ready to get him set up to sleep in the lobby here. And then he said, no, I just took a cat nap so that I can get home.
When did you stop talking last night?
Well, we continued the conversation for another 3 hours after the stream ended.
Okay, because I know the stream ended
At midnight.
Well, the stream ended like 10 minutes after I left.
Yeah, something like that, because we weren't very far from, we were not very far from the end of the track when you left.
Yeah. And once you hit the end, it's like, okay, we're done here.
Yeah.
No, that's a good way to do it. Alright, so I need to find more marble thing. I think it's diorite is the name.
You know, it'd be kind of cool once we're actually done with school.
Huh.
Set it up so that we have a near continuous stream all throughout the day, where we just switch between computer cameras through the Hangouts. Literally just switch between the screens.
So that way when someone is off doing something, someone can be doing something else?
Yeah.
Oh, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Actually, that is not a bad idea. We should do like a test run during like spring break or something.
Yeah, we could try that.
Because, I mean, obviously, you and I don't live on the computer.
No.
So we're off doing other stuff, and Randy doesn't either.
However, if we can just set up time slots where you have a time slot and you have to fill it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's a pretty good idea, actually.
But we'll have to meet up together to figure out what we're going to do over
Yeah.
that, and that might be through the chat of the channel.
Well, I mean, there's really nothing saying that we would have to do the same thing, all of us. I mean,
Oh, no.
obviously there would have to be someone. It's like, you couldn't do anything that was, you know, pornographic or
No.
excessively violent or
Yeah.
anything to that caliber. Like, I wouldn't approve of that, and something tells me you wouldn't either.
No. I'm thinking things like Minecraft where you build stuff, and like this where you move stuff.
Yeah, like, no, yeah, this is fine, because, I mean, you know, it's not going to be controversial for us to play Minecraft or Train Simulator. That is
Yeah.
not going to incite angry calls from parents.
Yeah.
Because apparently some of the bigger name Minecraft YouTubers, like, one of the big problems that they face is that sometimes parents aren't always the happiest with the stuff they say online, and that's apparently a big problem.
Yeah, I can see how it would be. Especially with some of those.
Yeah. So, just like, okay, this is bad. Like, alright, so if I ever get famous, I don't need this hanging over my head. How can I go to great lengths to avoid it?
Although late at night, we could probably go with a little bit more FPS type things.
Yeah.
When kids probably won't be awake,
Definitely.
at least within our viewing area.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, our viewing area is worldwide. Big problems there.
Okay, so
How about this? We'll publish the schedule ahead of time.
yeah. Okay, that's a better sounding plan than, oh, let's just do this. Oh, wait, 3 kids have heard this, and now their parents are screaming at us. Oh, God. What do we do?
In Chinese.
Yes, in Chinese. So number one, they're angry, and number two, isn't YouTube banned in China? And number three, we don't know what they're angry about.
YouTube may be banned, but that doesn't mean they can't watch on this. Because it's also a simulcast on Google+.
Oh, okay then. People watching can roughly see what I'm doing.
Roughly. No, actually they can't. Because they're only catching this.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. That's probably good. In fact, that is good.
Yeah. I think the next place where we might encounter another train, either this sighting or the next sighting, which is East Glacier.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, we're getting up to the park right now.
Awesome.
Something for those of you that are not in Montana, Montanans talk about national parks by just simply saying the park.
I think that's how a lot of states do it. That's how Colorado does it.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people that are not watching in Montana would not know which park we're talking about.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's kind of a given. Oh, I don't have the fence gate.
One of the reasons that Microsoft chose this as one of their first routes for MSTS is because of the fact that there's Glacier National Park right there.
Huh.
Well, I guess who was able to join up with us?
Who?
Richard.
Huh.
He is currently on this call, so.
But his microphone isn't? Or?
Apparently not.
Alright. Richard, I'm Carson, the person you met the other day. Over chat and typing.
And he left. That's okay. He'll be back. I'm certain he will be back.
Yeah.
That actually is a very nice world you got there.
Mine?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so I want sheep. And I have lots of fence gate to close them in with once I have the sheep.
Well, it looks like we'll be able to just go right on through East Glacier also.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Although there's a flashing yellow at the west end of East Glacier sighting.
Ooh, cool.
and it just went green.
Oh, wow.
And for those of you that don't know, I have videos that I have posted from the East Glacier train station. It is a very good place to just stand on the railroad platform, simply because there are no crossings within about 15-20 miles. So the train, except Amtrak, does not blow its horn as it goes through.
Oh, wow.
So if you like trains but don't like the 90 plus decibels of horn,
That are frequently known to accompany them.
that is a good place to be watching them at. That, and it's got a beautiful backdrop of the East Glacier Lodge and the mountains themselves.
Yeah, so
It's still technically on reservation land, but yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
Awesome. Sorry about that. It only took me forever.
Hi, Richard. I'm Carson, the person you met the other day.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, over chat and my witty comments about whatever. Usually delayed because of number one, the 60-second thing, and number two, you would move on from whatever you were talking about by the time I typed in the comment anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have turned in, but I didn't know where to go.
Hey, Richard, if you have a game you want to showcase whenever we come to a red signal, first car, if you have like a Minecraft world you want to show off, you can.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But no, I was just gonna pop in, say hi, kind of thing. I am probably gonna head over to Walmart and get that Ethernet cable, so my internet speed isn't gonna be garbage trying to do all this stuff. Because I just did a speed test. I'm pushing at like 150 kilobytes, and there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
Wow.
Yeah, we got
Well,
a
let
lot of
me
people
add
that are.
you to the team members real quick.
Sorry.
Let me add you to the team members real quick.
Oh, okay. But no, I did a speed test earlier, and there's no way, like 200 kilobytes. I mean, I found it earlier. I just had to get my debit card figured out.
Okay.
Wait, where do you live? You live on campus? Okay, oh yeah, that's right, you live in Langford.
Yeah, that was part of it yesterday, so.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Well,
No,
thanks for popping in.
I probably will be doing a live stream later today.
Okay, it could go out on my channel also if it's before I get to Whitefish.
Oh no, but let me just, because this is gonna be the first live stream that I've ever done. So there's that, and then B, I don't know. I like it to go a little bit smoother. I don't know, because whoever's doing like the Minecraft Let's Play in the bottom right, like everything that we're saying is showing up on his, on his recording thing, whatever.
It is?
It shows up on your live stream.
Really, it's showing up on YouTube? Because
Does
it
it?
shouldn't be.
Is this just between us then?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better then.
I'm taking the sighting here at, I want to say this is Red Eagle Rising Eagle or something like that. Bison, that's it. Yes, I know, Richard.
What?
The sighting is named Bison.
Okay.
Great Falls High.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that crossed my mind, but I'm, meh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch from the back to make sure I get all the way into the siding.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go head out and see if I can get that Ethernet cable.
Okay.
It shouldn't take me no more than 30 minutes, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, and I've got about an hour left till I hit Whitefish.
Hey, do you got anybody on the stream?
Not as far as no, there's no one watching.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go through and do just a full let's play of the game that I'm gonna try to do if I
Okay.
can handle it. It's gonna be a nightmare because the game's freaking hard, but
What's the game?
Yeah, which game?
Lost Planet.
Oh.
Oh, that is hard.
It's probably a different Lost Planet than the one you guys are thinking of.
Okay.
And it's not something I'd be able to do in a day. I might do Portal 2. Because Portal's fun.
Good shot.
But
Well-
I wonder, I don't know. Maybe Portal. Portal's probably one of the ones I'm going to do later, but...
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I'll just talk to you guys later, okay?
Okay.
Alright. See you later.
Yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Well, I guess the timing is just right for the super speed run that I'm doing.
Oh, wow.
Because it passed us again.
Wow.
Oh, man. So I've got green signal up ahead. And as far as I can see, I'm not wheel slipping, so that's good.
That is good.
Well, the next switch ahead of us is called Summit, and it's the start of double track all the way down to Java, which
Oh,
is
wow.
just above Essex.
Huh.
Basically, it's double track from here on down to the other end of Essex, with just one single track gap.
Oh, wow. Let me guess, that's a bridge.
It's a bridge over Highway 2 and then the Middle Fork River.
Alright. Nice.
And since we're kind of running a bit slow right now, due to the wheel slip problem, even with sand, it's still giving issues.
Huh.
But once we get to Summit, it starts rolling downhill and we'll probably hit 120.
Wow. Yeah, right now we're going at a neck-breaking 28 miles an hour.
Now that's the indicated speed on the inside. That's not the true speed.
Oh.
True speed is 27. So there is a little bit of wheel slip, but not bad.
Okay. How do you know the true speed is 27?
Because this is the true speed up here in the track monitor.
I see it now.
It's close enough to true speed that I really don't see a problem.
Yeah.
That and we're increasing in speed, so.
There's a truck. And a red hot rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
This is Glacier, remember. So now it's more likely to have high runs.
yeah.
But not as likely in the rain.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could try just running it kind of like a mixed channel. Although
That's not a bad idea.
it'll probably go out on what not to do in instead of.
Yeah. That's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah, we can let it go out on that channel instead.
Yeah. And if we got really into it, we could air small paid promotional segments in between.
I don't think that'll happen just yet.
Not quite yet, but
At some point.
yeah. Basically a commercial break of about 3 minutes in between the two games.
Okay.
But not in the middle of the game.
No. Yeah. No, just imagine, like, someone, like, let's say I'm doing Minecraft or something, or you or Randy or something is doing Minecraft or whatever, and they're, like, down to half a heart and, like, narrowly avoid just being shot or falling into lava or something, but just as it comes to that one critical minute where you can't tell what's going to happen, it cuts out and goes to someone else. Oh, well, hey, guys, what's up? It's me. Oh, God, that would make so many people so angry.
Yeah, that's why we kind of would be controlling who we're sending it to.
Yeah. Yeah. No, just that critical moment. Oh my God, there's a skeleton right there. Oh my God, oh my God. Hi, I'm Billy Mays. Oh wait, he's dead. Hi.
I'm Anthony.
Yeah.
That Anthony guy that does the infomercials now.
Yeah, that's right. Hi, I'm Anthony, bringing you the new magic jack. Damn it, Anthony.
We're actually getting pretty close to the point where I had to call off the first live stream early due to lag.
Oh. Lag. No fun.
Yeah, no fun at all. Let's see what YouTube is saying about this, though. Saying it's a bad stream. Oh well.
What does that mean?
Well, they're complaining about the frames per second.
Oh. Well, it's a computer complaining, not actual.
No, not actual people. If it were actual people, I'd be scared.
If it were actual people, I'd be worried about what YouTube's career path is. Complain about lousy life. This is your job. You will be paid $45,000 a year. It's just like, no, in a fictitious sense. What's the status of our economy? It's like, well, these people complain about lousy live streams on YouTube. Okay, how much are they paid? $80,000 a year. Damn it! Damn it, this is why everything's wrong. Who did this? Like, welcome to the Federal Job Planning Department. Okay, why is there a chimpanzee with a typewriter?
How can a chimpanzee use a typewriter? Oh wait, it's not a chimp at all, it's just a hairy man.
Yeah. So, according to theoretical inevitability, I think that's what it's called, but basically the theory goes that if you put a chimpanzee at a typewriter, eventually it will pump out all the works of Shakespeare, but in actuality, if you put a chimpanzee in front of a typewriter, it will scream and defecate on the typewriter and then leave. So that is the
By any way possible.
Yeah. It will scream at the typewriter, slam on it a few times, probably do some bad monkey things, and then leave.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we made it over the summit. It's
Huzzah.
downhill from here.
Great.
We're doing 65 miles an hour at the top of the pass in a 35 zone with a 25 starting now.
Go us!
And accelerating. Shall we watch from the back?
I wonder how long this train is. Like, we go to the back, it's in some large urban setting. Okay, too long. So, we pass the sign. Welcome to Los Angeles.
Okay,
Okay.
if there's a train that has the head end heading west over Marias Pass and the tail end is in LA, that's at least 1,500 miles long. And how many thousand crossings is it blocking?
Quite a few.
Oh.
Quite a few. Probably more than either you or I want to think about. How
Yeah.
many economies and days is it disrupting?
How is it going to be unloaded?
Okay, so we didn't think this out. You didn't think it out when you made a 1,500-mile long train.
Where did you make it?
We put a bunch together over the course of time.
Wait, you just coupled trains together?
Well, there's no problem with that, is there? Let me think. Let's count.
Where were they going?
They were all headed towards the same destination. How many trains are going to Marias Pass?
How many trains are going to Seattle from LA?
Oh, they're not going. Yeah, why did they have to go to? Why are they going through Marias Pass to do it?
Yeah.
That's the bigger question here. What, was there some massive track shutdown through the whole Oregon area? And then the whole Idaho area that would force them to reroute through Marias Pass?
Well, if there were 2 landslides, we could cut off that and force them to use it.
Okay, so possibility.
Yeah. But there'd have to be a couple more to get the detour to be forced over Marias Pass.
Well, then that's just odd convenience, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now the question is, why did you link this many trains together in one single thing?
To save on crews.
I don't care how many crews you're saving on. How many towns are you blocking? Okay, that is negligible menace. No, it is not negligible. It is very present and realized menace.
Yeah, in fact, that would be... Well, there would be quite a few people that would die due to emergency services not being able to get across town.
Yeah. You know, that's a little problematic. It saves money. Okay, this is offshoring at its worst. No one's being sent offshore. You get the idea. You're trying to save money, so you ruin people's lives.
We're doing 104.
You know.
Okay, now the wheels are slipping in the wrong way.
Huh. I wonder what's going to happen. Probably nothing.
Yeah, like I said in all the previous videos, there are no derailments in this game.
Okay.
That's
So
why
it's
I'm not
impossible.
worried about going too fast down this hill.
Okay, so it's impossible to derail.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Although I did do this one time when I was pretending that I had a VIP train. In the previous version. The one that actually did have derailments.
Oh.
Yeah, I turned on the derailments and I saw the superliners tumble off the side of the cliff. Yeah. Basically, don't let me drive your train down Marias Pass.
Okay, note to self, if I'm ever in a real train with Cody in Marias
Okay,
Pass.
if we're ever in a real train, I will not be doing this.
Oh.
By the way, there's the 6th or 7th train that we've met.
Yeah. No, I see it. But okay, well, you know, that's actually probably good. Oh, here, unlicensed person we don't know, drive this train. Yeah, because that's an excellent business strategy.
Actually, there are some railroad museums that have a loop of track, and they actually sell. They rent a locomotive out to a family for an hour or 2 at a time, and say, "Go have fun."
Yeah, well, there aren't other locomotives on the track at the time, or it's double track. There aren't.
It's
other
a single loop, about a mile long.
Yeah. And I imagine that, Yeah, so it's not, you're actually doing something important. It's a fun, haha, look at me.
Haha, look at me, this locomotive goes no more than about 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say. And it's probably got speed regulations set on the thing, too.
Enforced by mechanical.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
mechanical engineers have specifically set it up to go no faster than 20 miles or whatever.
No, in this case, it's just so old of a locomotive that they can't go faster than 20 miles an hour.
Oh, well, that's still safe. I mean, don't stand on the track. You don't stand on the track in front of a 10-mile-an-hour car, either.
Yeah, don't stand in front of on the track in any manner.
Yeah. Quick note, kids. You never stand in front of a moving vehicle. The vehicle will win.
And it doesn't matter what size it is.
True. This includes bicycles. Yes, people have died from that.
And every time that a train hits a vehicle or a person, it traumatizes the engineer and the conductor.
Oh, and by the way, the families always lose the lawsuit.
Yeah. Because it's not the train hit me, it's I was trespassing and the train hit me.
Yep. Now, of course, you would probably win the lawsuit if the train derailed and then hit you. But at that point, the train's got a few more things. And the conductor's
about.
Yeah. And actually, if you're hit by a derailed train, unless you happen to be hit at like the last second when it's still moving and only breaks your leg, there isn't going to be enough of you left to sue.
Yeah.
Mostly because, unfortunately and quite realistically, the majority of you is going to be scattered along the impact line.
Yeah, it's a 143-ton car, and it rolls right over you.
It's not going to end well, mostly for you.
Possibly for it. Especially if it's a tank car that's full.
Oh, yeah. True. Well, then the puddle that used to be used promptly vaporized. Huh.
And yes, I did just set the brakes.
Okay, that's what I thought that was. 140 miles an hour. Excuse me.
Bigger application of brakes.
It only set us back for 5 miles.
Well, within a minute we'll be down under 100. At least that's what the projected speed says.
Start speeding up 140, 150.
At that point I know I've lost my brakes.
Yep. Then what do?
Jump.
Well, in this game, I can't help it, but... Hey, it was right. We are under 100. Or at least we will be in a minute here. And by that, I mean 1 second, and now.
Flashing yellow.
Yellow.
That was the reason that I set the brakes. I saw that we've got a flashing yellow and then a yellow.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're running way early, so I have a feeling that we will be stopped at a red here pretty soon. We're rolling into the little town of Essex right now.
Essex.
Ever been?
No, but I've heard of it. Maybe I've been, I don't remember.
You probably saw one of my videos from there.
Quite possibly.
And yes, I did just release the brakes.
Okay.
But we're at a sane speed now.
Yeah, I see that. 54 miles an hour, that's a little bit better than 140.
Although 140 through this town would have been kind of fun.
Well, in the game, yes. In real life, it would have been mortifying.
In real life, it would have been disastrous.
Yeah.
Because this little town calls itself a railfan's paradise, meaning that every time a train goes by, there's people on that bridge, photographing and videotaping it.
Oh, so that would not escape company notice.
Yeah. Not just company notice, it would not escape the laws of physics.
Oh. Pesky physics. Always having reality effects.
Oh, 3 ghost engines.
Oh.
Yeah, for some reason there was a broken texture on one of the locomotive models in this game.
Huh. So that appears on. Oh, wow, that's kind of glitchy.
Yeah. Basically, that's supposed to be a helper set in a work train.
Okay, then.
And it turns out that it's neither.
Wait, then what is it?
A pair of a trio of ghost engines.
Ah.
You see the headlights, and you see the smoke. You don't see the train.
Yay! Terror!
Okay, you see the exhaust fumes, and you see the headlights.
And then nothing else. It's like the train isn't there.
Yet is.
True. It must be supernatural.
Some people would say that. Others would laugh in their face.
Do not question the laws of physics.
Well, actually, you should question the laws of physics every time. That's the only way we make it better.
Yeah, but I just realized my whole argument there made no sense whatsoever. Because I was saying don't question the laws of physics in the face of the supernatural. That's not very helpful. Don't question the laws of physics when a ghost is staring you down.
Yeah, that's a bit problematic.
What, the ghost or the laws of physics?
Both in that situation. However, I was more talking about the red signal up ahead.
Oh.
In the first live stream, I chose to stop in Essex instead of wait at the signal on the uphill end of the siding.
Okay. So, what's the longest amount of time you've ever spent on this?
On this game?
Yeah, well, longest run you've ever done.
Well, there's a route where I can do something like a 500-mile continuous run.
What are the destinations?
Start at Whitefish, go to Havre, go to Great Falls, back to Whitefish.
Okay, but you can do other cities, other states, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hey.
Like earlier today, I was in France.
Nice.
And yesterday, I was in California.
Ah, nice. Do something from Los Angeles to New York.
Not a chance.
Why, too long?
Yes, too long for this engine.
Wow. And in real life, that would be how many hours?
Well, let's see, it's 3,100 miles, so it would be approximately a 31-hour trip without stops.
Okay, so, I mean, that's the long live stream then.
That's more than a day.
Like I said, it's a long live stream.
And that's breaking every speed limit, and that's blowing through every town, and that's blowing through every siding, and...
Okay, so it's a 2-day live stream. I mean...
Probably something like 4 or 5 days, because I gotta sleep also.
Yeah.
And Amtrak does that run in 3 nights.
Okay.
But they run all day, all night.
Yeah, and I guess they actually do.
And they follow speed limits, and they follow signal indications, and they follow everything.
Like I said, rules are pesky things.
Yes. Now, if Train Sim 2's development hadn't been stopped about 5 years ago, then that may actually be a possibility right now.
Oh, what shut it down?
The studio was laid off
Oh.
by Microsoft.
Yep.
The entire studio was closed.
Huh.
And the only explanation they said was they needed to make cutbacks.
Knowing Microsoft, that means they had no interest in this game. It didn't think it was going to be profitable.
It wasn't just one game that they were developing at the time.
Yeah, well, that's how Microsoft is, though. Like,
basically, it was their gaming studio for PC.
Yeah. Oh, Microsoft.
And we need to come to a full stop because we've got a third of a mile before a red signal. With no other train in sight.
Okay, then.
As in, I just went into emergency to stop the train in time.
Okay, then.
It's going to take a while to recover the brakes. So I think we better cut over to the Carson for his tour.
Awesome. All right. Okay. Hi, I'm Carson. Well, Mr. Y2K. I was trying to keep my name secret, but I guess that's blown over now. Oh well. So this is me. And as of this semester for this year, this is my Minecraft house. So you might have noticed it's made entirely of birch wood. Well, there's a reason for that. This biome goes on forever. There's a giant ocean that way, and I think that way. And then there's an extreme hills biome, which eventually leads to another forest over there. So, not exactly a great place to find different types of wood, but it's okay because this is Minecraft 1.8 and things are actually pretty cool now. So, I guess I'm going to start out here. This is a diorite walkway that leads to an animal farm. Remember, it's important. No one forget it. Over here, animal farm. There's not really anything there right now because I've been surviving off of dead rabbits and bread. Wow, that just sounded a lot weirder than I intended. So now, if I go over here, there's a mine, which leads to a cave system, but I'm not going to explore it because I'll probably get lost, and then the whole gravity of the tour will be lost with it. And over here, I've got this little man-made waterfall thing with sand artificially placed. And now we're going to actually go inside the house because you know what? Because I can imagine you're probably not too interested in everything going around outside of it since I just showed it to you. So this is the front room of the house, the main room. It services currently as my sleeping quarters, the kitchen, and storage. Eventually I will build another storage room off somewhere else and making this solely a kitchen and sleeping quarters area. So we're going to move back outside again. And we're going to head upstairs to the other two rooms of the house. Fun fact, I divided my house into 3 sections to make it more navigable. So, now here we've got this kind of hall-like structure, and it is an armory. Thank you 1.8 for adding armor stands. I was waiting for this since 1.6. It's a little thing. I'm going to put some banners in here, and I'll show you what those banners look like in a minute. Anyway, we leave this, and this is also a separate structure from the other two. And now we go up here to a watchtower, and even though it is directly above the living quarters, there is intentionally not a direct way to access it. We can go up through these ladders, and here we go. And these are stairs because those look better. And it kind of provides us with hills filled with birch trees, and there's the ocean.
Well, that's good timing because we just had a meet, and I've got the brakes back.
Awesome. And then I can push out here, and also exiting out through the watchtower base leads us to the sky farm. Farm in the sky. And
we better cut it off now because I can't stop right now.
Okay, well, that was it. Back to Cody's train.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. It turns out that when I tried to release the brakes, I kind of made it so that I can't apply brakes until it gets fully charged up again. So we're kind of a runaway train right now.
Huzzah! Fun time! And by that I mean if this was a real life situation, we would all be panicking.
Yeah, he and I would both be jumping. Either that or I'd apply the emergency brakes again.
And hope it didn't blow up.
It won't blow up.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Cody's off in the cab applying the emergency brake. And I guess I have to organize a funeral now. Damn it! Damn it, Cody! You didn't need to die on me. Because this is really, this throws a monkey wrench into my life, buddy. Now I have to manage a company all by myself.
Yeah, that'd be a big monkey wrench.
Yeah. Ignoring the emotional weight of the fact that one of my friends has just died, quite gruesomely.
Right in front of you.
Yeah, quite possibly right in front of me in a less than pleasant manner.
Anyway, happier subject.
Yes, happier subject. So, weather.
No, not weather.
Okay, yeah, we want happy, not mind-numbingly boring.
I think it'd be kind of cool if part of the tailgate party here at MSU was a steam locomotive pulls up right next to the stadium for each game.
Okay.
Basically pulling executive cars for MRL into place and parking them and using that as part of the tailgate as well. And every time there's a touchdown for the Cats, the steam whistle is blown.
Okay, I'll let you orchestrate that.
Unfortunately, it would take several $1 million in funding to put in the track. Not to mention, you'd have to get permission from lots and lots of landowners to get through town to get to the area. There is a former railroad right of way that goes right past the stadium and right over the current railroad. But there's buildings on it.
So, basically, for your miracle plan to work, we have to get permission from a lot of people, get several $1 million, and demolish several buildings.
Or find a way around them. And since it's not really used for anything but excursion trains, 10-mile-an-hour track is good.
Okay.
So that makes it a lot cheaper.
Alright then.
You just have to be able to get Union Pacific 4014 in, which is a big boy steam locomotive. The largest steam locomotive ever made.
Okay.
Both in weight and in horsepower and in length.
And in cost?
In cost, it was actually second highest.
What was the first highest?
One of the 100-mile-an-hour northern class locomotives that the New York Central used.
Huh. How much did that cost?
Including development, something like $20 to $30 million back in 1900s.
Okay, so where do you plan on securing the necessary funds?
This is like 20, 30 years down the road.
Oh, okay. So this depends on us being rich at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can make a practical plan to have that happen,
And a practical use for it outside of game day.
then good luck. I mean, I'll probably donate large sums of money for the school to improve its structural status.
And I will probably donate a lot of money to try to get Amtrak to start serving campus here. As in...
Yeah. Okay.
as in the two trains a day backing down through town to get to MSU.
Wow.
Unload on campus, load on campus, and then head for either Chicago or Seattle. Oh, and there would be a second station for the general public to use,
Okay.
like in downtown.
Okay then. Well, you know what? If we're super rich one day, you can do that. And
If we're super rich, I'm not contracting with Amtrak. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. I mean, if we're super rich, I'll be doing whatever the hell I want. Just taking large sums of money out of my personal account because I'll probably have more money than I'll need and donating it to places like this one. It's like, hey, improve your infrastructure right now because guess what? These ratty old buildings, they're causing arguments, and those arguments are getting on the front page of the newspaper, and I don't want to listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there will be some altruistic reasons in there too, but most of it will be entirely selfish.
Yep.
The thing is, with someone like me, at least you know I'm a jerk half the time.
Half the time? It's more like a quarter of the time.
Yeah, that's true. And only to people who deserve it.
Yeah.
Or who are being completely unrealistic. Yeah, some people can be at times.
Well, I'm glad we got our brakes back.
That's good.
And we're now proceeding under control.
Awesome. And I have 2 sheep in the pen. And now that sheep produce food, this is like kind of having a cow.
Really?
Well, kind of.
Kind of.
And I can start making more manners. Oh, yeah, I'm probably going to get a lot of sheep.
If anyone has any suggestions for games we should play, or if you guys like the idea of our little swap streams every once in a while so that we can keep it going for hours and hours and hours,
Please let us know.
be our guest. Guess what, Carson?
What?
90 miles an hour.
Yay!
That's above the stated maximum speed of this locomotive.
What's the state maximum? Oh, 80.
No, 74.
Ah.
74 is the maximum coded speed that this locomotive will go under its own power. Meaning momentum is pushing it way faster.
Okay then.
Effectively, the wheels are sliding. And the motors are acting more like brakes right now. And it looks like we might be coming up to another red.
Nice.
I really hope I don't have to hit the emergency brakes again.
Oh no.
2 times in one live stream.
We've included derailments in an unreleased, unannounced Or in an unannounced secret update. Yes, in an unannounced secret update.
We would have noticed by now.
Yeah, actually, we would have noticed at this point because no, we were not.
We would have derailed in cutbank.
Okay then. Sorry, there's a skeleton right here because I had to switch to normal because I need
Stuff.
Yeah, I need. Oh, we should just escape me. I'm gonna switch back to peaceful. But yeah, we would have derailed in cutbank, which yeah, we were not doing this with all seriousness. Yeah, we're not being serious when we do this.
Yeah, it would have been funny to watch our train go tumbling into Cutbank Creek.
Yes, it would have. It would have actually been pretty great.
Especially since in the previous versions of this game that were released by Microsoft, the camera would continue moving fixed on the locomotive, but you could control where it was aiming at.
Oh, wow. So you could just kind of look at the crash from all angles?
Yeah.
Nice.
But it automatically kicked you out about 30 seconds after the wreck.
With a little...
With a little warning. Activity ended, train derailed.
Yeah. Activity has ended, train derailed. You're looking at the train line in the creek. Really? Really? I didn't notice that it had derailed. Huh. Well, thank you for informing me of that. Well-placed decision. That was not totally self-righteous.
76 miles an hour, and we do have a red up ahead. In fact, I want to stop before, because I know there's a few crossings that I don't want to block.
Okay.
Even though this is not an urban area, I still don't want to block the crossings.
Just looks bad.
I don't know how long I'll be stopped here.
Okay.
Then again, I don't know that my train is short enough to fit between the siding. Well, the crossings.
Well, there's always one way to find out.
Try it.
Exactly. And if it blows up in your face, no big deal.
In this, it isn't.
Nope.
Any idea what Hunter's doing right now?
No idea. He's probably playing video games, knowing him.
Mm-hmm.
Time to make banners. Huh, that's right.
Well, if you want, we can cut back over to you again.
Sure, if you want.
Okay, once we come to a full stop, we will.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. There you go.
Thanks. How do you make banners in this?
That is a good question. How should I know?
I'm going to look something up very quickly.
Then we'll switch back to you once you're back on the game.
Yeah, good.
That is assuming you get back on the game before the train comes.
Yeah.
Which at this point is very likely.
Okay. Okay, and I'm back.
Yeah, you've been back for a little bit.
Okay.
You're watching the craft. This time I didn't have a full emergency application. Then stopped a mile and a half from the signal.
Wow. And I made this better on. Go me!
You know what might be happening?
What?
You might have a bit of jumpy lag.
Yeah, no, I do. It's showing up on my thing.
No, okay, then if it's on your game, then that's okay. I thought it might have been through YouTube itself.
No.
According to this, the stream is good.
Hold on, let me go to options. Video settings. Let me try. No, that's not what I want to do.
Render distance down.
Yeah, gonna try having it. That's better.
Yeah, it's still a little jumpy on my screen, but that's okay.
Huh.
YouTube says it's good.
That is really weird, yeah. Because, yeah, it's insanely jumpy now. Alright,
For those of you that don't know, we're currently waiting for another train to pass us, so.
Yep, that's why he's focusing on me. Now I'm heading back. Oh, I got sheep, by the way.
And I see you dyed them.
Yes, I did. Much more effective than actually making dye and dyeing each individual wool. Oh, really? Oh, well, this one just screw up.
You're gonna have to go inside to pick them up, aren't you?
Yep, that's what I gotta do. And some people seem to be very shocked by the appearance of an owl in Montana.
It's actually, there are a couple of resident owls here on campus that are not native to Montana.
How'd they get here?
No one knows. All they know is they showed up over the summer.
Huh.
Yeah,
Someone probably brought them.
probably.
Don't bring animals out of their natural habitat, kids. It's bad for the animal.
And bad for the ecosystem
Yep.
that you drop it in.
Yep, pretty much every invasive predator has gotten its start like that. Some human thinks, oh, this would make an amazing pet. Oh, it's too big. Let me get rid of it. Oh, wait, it's perfectly at home here because it has no natural predators. Oh, it's eating everything. Uh-oh. And apparently it matters in the way you put these down because this is the correct way to make my banner. This is made incorrectly.
Really?
Yeah, you can see the difference. See?
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
So,
Well, you could try again.
yeah, except I've got this one.
As in, take it down and try again.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll do something with it.
Off camera, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, off camera. No, let me go look it up through all my websites so I can let people know what I do. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Our government already knows what I do on the internet. I don't need every other government ever knowing it. But
The NSA is the clearinghouse for the world.
yay, NSA. Wait. Oh.
I have no idea how long we're going to be sitting here waiting for this oncoming train.
Huh.
So we'll remain with Carson until we see the headlights.
Mhm. And if for whatever reason that train takes us over an hour in real time, I'm going to have to leave because I've got an exam tomorrow. Don't worry, I studied for it. I wouldn't come here if I hadn't studied here. You know me.
I know. Time compression. Activate. Yeah, I think I just saw the headlight. But I'm not sure. Right now I'm running time at 2.5 times, well, 2.25 times normal speed. On the game. In real life, not possible.
Well, no.
Yeah, that's the headlight right there.
You can see it.
Flashing lights in the distance.
I don't see it, but I take your word.
Right in there.
Okay, I see.
Off on the horizon line, basically.
Oh, I see it now.
Okay, so we're swapping back over to me now.
Yay! I can do other stuff now.
If you wish.
Sweet!
That might not be the last time that we do that tonight, though.
Yeah,
And we're on the move again. And now we've got a green. So we sat here long enough that we can have a rolling meet now.
no. Nice.
Of course, we won't be rolling very fast, but it's a rolling meet nonetheless. Never stand this close to the tracks.
No! Like, in all seriousness, guys, don't. It's really bad.
Yeah, your arm would be taken off by this train.
Shh.
And your camera would be going with it.
Wow.
Kind of giving a roll-by inspection to this AI train. There we go.
And we've passed the train.
And we're half a mile from the signal.
Hooray! Wait. There's people outside.
That's my neighbor's girlfriend.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just letting you know, people, I'm probably going to have to leave in like an hour at the latest.
Yeah, we won't be on the stream for very much longer. We're 20 miles from.
Whitefish?
No, we're not quite 20 miles from Whitefish. We're like 50 miles.
But,
there's probably not going to be a stop between here and there.
okay. Cool.
If there is, I'll compress time. Actually, I might be compressing time. I'm getting pretty tired myself.
Alright.
So, here we go. Super speed.
No, it is still moving at 75 miles an hour, or in that range.
It's just that I've compressed time enough that it looks like it's doing 2 1/4 times that.
Yeah, don't worry. No train would actually ever move this quickly, hopefully.
Yeah, no train does 160 miles an hour through this canyon.
Yay!
And stays on the rails.
Yeah. I mean, no train can do that unless it has wings and can fly, but then it's more of an airplane.
A line of airplanes.
That's actually a cool idea. No, it's just like got the idea of one of those Chinese dragons and it's slinking through the sky. Like, it's a dragon! It's like, okay, we need a time portal to send one of these over ancient Beijing and we can start a few myths.
A few?
Yeah, create a few legends. I mean, just launch some fireworks out of it.
In the forward direction.
Well, no. Yes, in the forward direction. No, launch them down at the citizens so there's no one alive to remember the legend.
Boom.
Oh, God. That would be so awesome.
We're approaching West Glacier. How is it raining in the tunnel?
Poor construction. Or ancient construction.
By ancient, do you mean 1890s? 1880s?
Well, I'd imagine so, because I don't think... How many people were here before then?
0? Other than Native Americans?
Yeah, and I don't think Native Americans possessed vast knowledge of European stone structures at the time.
Or European rail lines?
Or Europeans. Well, no, they didn't, but... I mean, they knew for a while, and then they... violence. Yes, what happened was bad. But don't let anyone tell you differently.
And we are operating fast enough that it would be rather interesting if I were to get a red in front of me. Which it appears that that might be a possibility, since there's a flashing yellow in front of me.
Hooray!
For those of you that have been watching this video, you know what the flashing yellow and red mean. And you know what type of braking I could use to stop in time.
Sweet, you can copy the patterns. I did not know that. You can copy banner patterns.
Good.
I copied the right one. Which means I don't have to go hunting for dandelions and lapis lazuli anymore.
We are now approaching Coram siding, and it appears that we're going into the siding. That's not good for me.
going to physically go into the
Luckily, it's a dual-ended siding that's 11,000 feet long. I am beginning the braking process now. Oh, we're not in the siding, we're on the main.
Cool.
Let's just make sure we get all the way past the signal before coming to a stop. I know it seems like we're going fast, but we're really only doing 27 miles an hour.
Like he said, no train can move through this path at this speed, you assume that it's going, and still maintain a rail grip.
Yeah, and still stay on the track.
Yep. Trust me, if it was actually going this speed, it would not be on the tracks. It would be in the trees, probably on its side.
It would be on top of the trees that are now on the ground.
Yeah, it would be on the trees, which have now been knocked over and are laying on the ground.
And there probably would be quite a few deer and antelope and such that would be dead.
Hunting season.
Hunting season is open.
Actually, it's not really hunting. You're just picking up the dead animal you kill.
Well, in this case, it is actually hunting season right now, as we record this.
Okay.
Full stop in the siding. Well, on the main line.
Ooh.
And since time is still compressed, it shouldn't be too long before the oncoming train is seen.
Nice.
It'll be coming up around the corner here onto the siding, starting here over and on. In part because that is literally the only possible way that it can go.
Wow.
Don't you love technology?
Huh. Technology is amazing.
There it is.
Oh, for a second there, I thought it was in your rail. I'm like, this is not going to end well.
Well, actually, it is. Beyond that signal, the two lines become one.
Okay, well, no, I thought it was in your lane, like, right now.
No. And away we go.
Drive, Cody, drive.
Okay, here we go. Unfortunately, when you compress time, it starts to bug out. Play the wrong sound at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Oh, and we get to go over a nice big bridge.
That's great, but there's trees in the way. Not anymore. There's a bridge. Can it hold the weight of the train?
Yes!
Good.
It does it at least 40 times a day.
Good. I've seen, those, like, incidences of bridges collapsing are just devastating.
Yes, yes they are. Hello, Interstate 35W.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of people were on that one.
Over 100 people died.
That's right. Yeah, it was like the most famous bridge accident of all time.
And we are wheel slipping. Quite dramatically.
Yay!
Reset the wheel slip.
The wheels slip. Uh-oh, the wheels are coming off.
Yeah, if the wheels were coming off, I'd be quite scared.
Well, this is a game, so not really fun. In real life, oh, it would be terrifying. Of course, in real life, obviously. Oh, wait, this is, once again, time compressed, but... Yeah, no train could possibly
Go through that tunnel without causing the tunnel to explode.
How would the tunnel explode?
The train derails inside the tunnel.
Oh, yeah, that would be... Yeah, okay, yeah, that would... No more tunnel. No more train, either.
Well, this is Kelly. Next is Columbia Falls, and then Whitefish.
Hey, small mountain towns.
Small mountain towns with big tourist attractions.
Huh.
Kelly is literally nothing but an aluminum factory, but Columbia Falls and Whitefish,
Yeah,
those are big tourist zones.
that's good.
Yes, that is a very good thing for our state economy.
Because state economies matter. It's raining!
This is Columbia Falls. And it's almost a dead straight shot to Whitefish.
Nice.
We will not be stopping in Whitefish. We will continue to end of track.
At which point we will exit track.
Some people wish that would happen, but no.
The game stops you.
Yeah. The game will literally set us at 0 momentum and 0 throttle.
Huh.
That is how it is coded.
Games aren't very realistic in that sense, then.
No, it's not. If it were realistic,
Well,
I would have done this a long time ago.
Yeah, if the game were realistic in this sense, this run would have not gone nearly as smoothly as it has. In fact, it would have ended quite dramatically, very quickly.
Yeah, it would have ended very dramatically on on that first trestle in Cutbank.
Yay! Drama! Terror!
And if it were a realistic simulator, the trestle at Cutbank would be no more as long as the train was no more.
Ooh, the Cutbank people would not like that.
You're right, they wouldn't. But they'd have no say in the matter.
Huh.
Okay, first we're going to show you what happens when you run a red signal.
Why was there a truck just kind of sitting on the
Because
side?
that's just a scenery object.
Wow.
To break up this long, monotonous section with nothing but trees.
Okay. If they really wanted to include something cool, they should include like a pirate ship or something. I mean, yeah, ignoring the fact that there were probably not very many pirate ships in between Kelly and wherever we are right now.
Whitefish.
Yeah, Whitefish? I mean, ignoring that fact.
We're in the Whitefish yard right now.
Cool, the actual town is somewhere else because Whitefish is bigger than this.
Well, the actual town is just south of the yard.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, the yard is the biggest feature in the town.
That's why I don't live in Whitefish.
In fact, right there is Whitefish.
Yeah, okay, I won't move to Whitefish, it's way too small.
And that is also Whitefish. Parts of it.
No.
It's got a nice lake, and a nice lodge, and a nice ski hill,
That's great, those aren't things that interest me.
and the busiest passenger station in the state, and we just hit emergency brakes.
What happened?
We went past a red signal.
Oh. Well, now what do we do?
This. Go to manual mode. We've got less than a mile left. Get in the cab. Watch the brakes release.
We are not stopped.
What?
We're not stopped.
Well, according to that, we're not. But according to the track monitor, we're dead stop.
Oh.
And according to the brakes, we are dead stop.
Oh. Who listens to brakes anymore?
Here, let's go notch 8.
What were we doing previously?
Notch 2
Oh, fun.
for the entire trip.
Oh, that should be great then. It's the last mile of the trip, and this doesn't actually affect anything in real life.
Yeah, especially since we already won the activity.
Yeah. Often. Comes out in the news articles tomorrow. Train derails at Whitefish. OpenRails simulator blamed. It reads.
Question mark?
Although it was generally unknown to the public, OpenRails simulators operators have been secretly piloting actual trains.
How do you compress time with an actual train?
They've been using pre-designated routes.
Then wouldn't that technically be automation instead of...
They were pre-designating routes, sorry, my lots of words. Failure to speak well.
Well, then why did we get a red signal?
The program has some bugs. Although, I guess since we would have just wrecked a massive train. Actually, this would have happened a long time ago, so...
Yeah, the wreck would have happened a very long time ago.
Well, no, multiple people would have wrecked multiple trains a very long time ago is what I mean.
Yeah.
Because, number one, you're not the only person playing this, at least I hope not.
No. Nowhere near.
And then, other people like you enjoy just kind of haphazardly doing the, oh,
Let's run a train and not care what happens.
Exactly.
We're going at realistic speed.
Yay!
As we approach the end of track. There's the end of track.
Yay! And because this game is unfun, we won't derail.
No, we'll just bounce.
Yay! Oh, we're moving backwards.
Yeah, because we're an idle. Okay, that's the end of my portion. Do we want to cut over to you?
I don't really have anything too interesting. I mean,
Okay.
it's like, okay, this is me planting a farm.
Well, then we may as well stop the broadcast now.
Yeah, alright.
Bye,
Mr.
everyone.
YTK998, go subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Thank you. And,
Bye.
yep, bye.